All right, so part of my research is that people are attempting to use essentially their victims that get outfitted with speakers. They attempt to make them in a prison of their mind, where it has them doing things that essentially isolate them. And then over time, it psychologically breaks them down in a militarized way. So, I'm in a prison. Team ran pedobang brain, where I researched when people do this stuff, they usually are under a form of a psychop. And that when they do this pedobang shit, then they end up having some specific thought ways of thinking. And then I researched what those ways of thinking are. And that's essentially where I label them team ran pedobang brain. And that essentially they're victims of this stuff. These people do a theoretical psychoping that places them in an introverted thought way where they won't speak. The victims. And that the things I do are essentially meant to highlight how these people suffer from a similar accusation as what these people say about their victims. See, they'll be at the forefront of showing people how their victim is crazy. The paranoia that comes out of victimizing somebody in this way has them placing themselves in a position of influence on calling a person crazy that's their victim. And that is essentially like the methodology that they use. So there's a way to make their stupid little bitch. There's a way to repurpose what they're doing and to bitch switch back. See, all of their little team run pedobang brain problem is an indicator. They'll essentially start calling themselves people that control people's brains. Okay? And that they'll insist. See, in their 50 pedo porn shit, everybody just like believes that people's brains are controlled. And that's team run pedobang brain. And that the more somebody pushes against the reality of how dumb that is, the more they'll start to they'll completely detach from reality and they'll start to try and I'll show you that I fucking control his fucking brain. And then that's where their team ran pedobang brain. See, the Mormon Temple does this stuff too. And these cops, that's cop gang, okay? Mormon and cop 50. And that's so many years of being team run pedobang brain with people building illusions and shit for all of them. So many years of that has them with an assumption of them being smarter. And then if they start to show people that are outsiders of 50 pedo porn, then people that are outsiders essentially are seeing a form of the wizard's prison of team run pedobang brain. And see, somebody that doesn't realize the ideas of accessing somebody's speakers and being a sociopath that like puts suggestions and shit in it without the person's permission. That kind of shit. That's what Team Red Pedobang Brain is. They think that it would be allowable or something, and they don't realize that part. That's I made a little prison and I'm locking up everybody that ever laid a finger on man, evolution, or women or boy. I'm going, ooh,